Back on golf today, there's just a couple weeks left in the LPGA Tour season, and this week they're in Bel Air, Florida for the Annika, driven by Gainbridge. You can catch tomorrow's Pro-Am at 11 a.m. on Golf Channel. That's Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. But before the competition kicks off on Thursday, there's going to be a show in town today and tomorrow as WNBA superstar like Caitlin Clark is set to tee it up in the Pro-Am alongside Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam. For more on what the week will be like, we welcome in the friend of the program, Beth Ann Nichols, who is on site this week. And Beth Ann, we don't talk about the vibe during the Pro-Am very often, but what's it like on property right now?
There's definitely a buzz in the air. I think there's a lot of excitement about what's to come. Caitlin Clark is actually speaking as a part of a panelist this afternoon. So for those who are lucky enough to be in the room, that's exciting. Of course, people can watch it and stream online as well. But I know players are getting excited about seeing some of Caitlin's action tomorrow.
Do you get the sense, Beth Ann, that it will actually draw a different audience that might not otherwise pay as much attention to the LPGA Tour this week, but they will pay attention because Caitlin Clark is there?
Oh, 100%. You know, I think she's one of the biggest female athletes in the world right now, and I can only imagine how many fathers are going to have their daughters tune in to watch Caitlin Clark hit a golf ball, much like they have had them watch basketball. So, you know, I expect to see, you know, a lot of youngsters out here tomorrow. My understanding is, you know, they've sold quite a few Pro-Am round tickets. You know, I think the key here, though, will be how to keep Caitlin coming back, that this isn't just a one-time deal.
Beth Ann, you had a story a few weeks ago about Caitlin Clark going to a new swing coach. Can you just talk about how passionate she is about this game?
She's been playing golf for a really long time, since I think about the age of 10. And, you know, she of course wants to be great at everything she does. I love the fact that she went to a former LPGA player, Martha Foyer Falconer, to get some lessons at Crooked Stick, and she just talked about how passionate she was about the game. She wanted to get rid of her slice. They worked on her short game. Mostly she wanted to pound drivers, she said. You know, so she's been around the game for a long time, but I think, you know, is still learning a lot of the basics from Martha, and I'm excited to see, you know, how she feels inside the ropes in terms of nerves and putting all of that into play, because a lot of folks are going to be anxious to see what her game looks like. And probably, I would imagine, some players will be getting some autographs and taking photographs.
She is a proud professional athlete, of course, and has been working up to this moment, and she's probably nervous as well. But the reality is it doesn't really matter how she plays, right? The impact of Caitlin Clark this week is not going to be measured on a scorecard.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Her presence alone is all that matters. Her love for the game is all that matters. I think probably the only person that is worried about how she plays is, I would imagine, Caitlin herself. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is all about what we can do, you know, as a group here collectively to grow women's sports. I think that's what's on the mind of everyone here. And, you know, I was talking to Ronnie Yin earlier today. She's a huge Steph Curry fan, big basketball fan. She said she just found out that Caitlin was coming and she was so excited. You know, she said it's not just about one person moving this needle. It takes a group of people. And she's absolutely right. As she sees her own star rise in China and what she hopes to do for golf in China, you know, she's excited that someone like Caitlin Clark, you know, has such a passion for this game as well.
It's always fun during a Pro-Am like this to watch how professional athletes, professional golfers become fans to a certain degree when they're paired with a Caitlin Clark, as you pointed out, a Steph Curry. What do you think the reception is going to be like, athlete to athlete?
I think there's a tremendous amount of respect for what Caitlin has done to elevate women's sport in general, and I know she's going to get that from Annika for sure. She's playing alongside Annika for 9 holes, but then also, you know, Nelly Korda, you know, obviously the current world #1, I'm sure will be very interested in getting to know Caitlin, and you know, there's no female athlete right now that's being scrutinized as much as everything that Caitlin Clark does. And so, you know, that's something that that Nelly can relate to, and maybe she will ask questions about how do you deal with pressure and people wanting to know every aspect of your life and being the torchbearer for something. How do you handle that? I am curious to hear what the conversations are like, you know, how much they do share with us. I really hope that Caitlin feels that she was really welcome here and that she's excited to come back to another event. Maybe we'll see her at the Tournament of Champions, for example. Wouldn't that be fun in January to see her tee it up in another LPGA Pro-Am? Obviously, she has a sponsorship here with Gamebridge, and so there's a natural connection here. She's an ambassador, much like Annika, but the tour would love to see her become involved in other events as well.
Do you think this is a welcome distraction for Nelly Korda, Beth Ann, in the sense that we haven't seen her for more than a month? She's had a minor injury, but it might actually be welcome to know that most of the eyeballs are on somebody else instead of Nelly herself this week?
I think that's fair. I also think that maybe there might be some also comparisons to how can Nelly, you know, do for golf what Caitlin's done for basketball. So, you know, hopefully, you know, this is an opportunity where you know, both players can be relaxed and really feel like, you know, they can just soak up this hopefully not rare opportunity.
Well, Beth Ann, thank you so much, as always, for taking the time, and enjoy the day.